Well, hello friends. Long time no see. We are going to go for a little drive because I actually need to go get my brakes done. And I thought I would take the opportunity while I'm in the car to say hello and talk about where the hell I've been, what's going on, and all those fun things. So let's go. First, we have to get out of the weird driveway situation that we have now. Technically, I'm on a road right now, like technically speaking, but in all actuality, it's just like a bunch of driveways. Wah! 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 Going through every pothole imaginable. Once we get on this part of the road, it'll be fine. Okay. I'm realizing in this very exact moment that I have not vlogged, first of all, just in general, but also in the car in so long. I used to vlog in the car like all the time, and I'm just now realizing that I like don't really vlog in the car anymore. I used to do it like when I was literally driving to high school. I would like vlog in the car all the time. Anyways, that's not what we're here today to talk about. We're here to talk about where I've been and what's going on, baby. Let's get into it. So there's basically one main reason that I went completely ghost mode and AWOL off YouTube for the past 2 months, and that would be my job. If you guys don't know, I'm a pre-K paraprofessional, specifically for special needs students that have IEPs and things like that need more individualized assistance throughout the day, and just overall to assist the teacher, as paraprofessionals are there to do for the most part. So that's my job. That's what I do. And when I was hired originally only for 2 students specifically. So the last time you guys saw me was the week actually of my spring break. That Friday, which I think was like the 10th or something, I uploaded my Rights of the Starling reading vlog. That's the last time you guys saw me, which is crazy. It's now been 2 months. Literally, actually today is legitimately June 10th that I'm filming this video right now in the car. That's crazy. Anyways, so it's been exactly 2 months since last time you guys saw me, which is crazy. The student that had started about a week prior to having our spring break was a severe special needs student, and coming back from spring break was very, very difficult. And originally, I had sort of assumed that I would have just, kind of gone AWOL just for like a little while, maybe for like, 1 second, let me drive. So originally, I had sort of assumed that, I would just not upload that first week coming back from break, because I just could not for the life of me get myself to film a video, because I was so overwhelmed and so overstimulated from work and just genuinely exhausted. Coming back from break is hard enough, but then you add on to it coming back from break to a student with severe special needs who just, it's a whole thing. And a lot of it I really shouldn't, and I'm really not supposed to be talking about, but I'm not really going to give you much detail about it anyways. Besides the point. So originally, I was like, okay, I'll just take the first week after break off. It's fine. I'll come back the following week. And then it just got worse. I've actually been to the urgent care and have had to have multiple phone calls and things pertaining to injuries that I've sustained because of this student. So, it's just really fun. Yeah. So it's not going well. And ultimately, I just could not do literally. I just couldn't do it. I basically did nothing. I really wasn't even reading that much. All I was doing was basically coming home from work, laying in my bed, and just watching either YouTube or Netflix or Disney Plus or something. I just was rotting for the past 2 months. Basically surviving my job, which is extremely depressing and really, disheartening. This one student was draining me so badly and making it where I despised going to work every day. I can't even count on my 2 hands the amount of mornings that I woke up the last 2 months before going to work and was either on the verge of tears or actually cried because I didn't want to go to work that badly, because I was so mentally and physically exhausted from just everything going on. And genuinely, I never thought that it would be this bad in what I'm doing, but ultimately I did not sign up to be dealing with what I deal with on a daily basis when I originally took the position, because I didn't know that this student was going to be brought into the classroom. And now I'm really truly questioning whether or not I want to continue to work in education, because this genuinely has made me not want to stay in the educational field, which is so like heartbreaking, because all I've ever wanted to be my entire life was a teacher and work in education. And, I never went to college, and so technically I'd have to do all that before I could actually be a teacher. But being a para was something I thought would be a good opportunity to just see if I truly want to work in education. And after having the experience that I'm having currently in my position, I don't think that I will put myself into student debt in order to be a teacher if this is the stuff that you're going to be dealing with as a teacher. And I know that this is just a one-off. This is a specific student in this specific classroom currently. It's just been a lot, honestly. I genuinely couldn't function. Like, I had a hard time wanting to go places and like be social and like see people and have to like be a person. I was that mentally and physically exhausted. And I mean, I'm still dealing with it. I actually literally have one more day of school. Tomorrow is the last day of this school year for my district. And genuinely, I've never been this excited for something in my life. I'm genuinely ecstatic for this school year to be over and for my time stuck with this student specifically to hopefully be over. I had my complaints and my qualms and my issues with the job prior to this student, but this student truly makes me want to quit my job every single day. And like, it's almost embarrassing to admit that I just feel like I'm very out of my depths with this student, but genuinely, I am not trained. I'm not qualified. I am not the person that should have been dealing with a lot of the shit that I've been dealing with. And it's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm willing to admit that in this situation, it's not me. It's not for me. Anyway, we're going into the summertime. I'm hoping that we can look on the bright side of everything. But yeah, that's where I've been. Wallowing in sadness and exhaustion. Genuinely. I did get to watch a lot of TV and a lot of YouTube while I was gone. I can't remember the last time I talked to you guys about any of like the shows or things that I was watching. I finished Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I'm completely caught up to season 4. To like the end of season 4. Crazy. Hot take. I think I hate literally every single one of them. I don't really even think there's a single person on that show that I'm like rooting for or I feel like is the good guy. I think everybody is a whole bunch of just disasters. I finished watching Bridgerton. I can't remember the last time I talked to you guys about watching Bridgerton. I had caught up. I had watched literally all of season 1, 2, and 3 at like the end of January and February. And that's when I went on my like hiatus the first time this year. And then I came back and I think I talked to you guys a little bit about it. But I just recently finished watching the second part of season 4. Oh my God. Wow. I don't know if I'd say that season 4 is my favorite season of Bridgerton, but it is up there. I did really enjoy it. I loved Sophie. I loved her character. I loved, like the suspense of it all with like the whole evil stepmother Cinderella kind of themes going on. It was very interesting. I really liked it. And I've always liked Benedict, so I did like getting to see his story. And overall, it was really good. I watched a heck of a ton of YouTube. A lot of Pretty Basic, a lot of Basically Unfiltered, a lot of Alicia Marie, a lot of Remy as well. Lots of YouTube, a lot of Destiny Sidwell. I watched Lilo and Stitch the other day. I don't know why, for some reason I got home from work and all I wanted to do was watch like a cute, sweet like movie that was going to bring me a lot of joy. And the first movie that came to mind for me was Lilo and Stitch, because I love those movies. Those are probably one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. And so I watched Lilo and Stitch, and it brought me such joy. Like, it was exactly what I needed in that moment. It was crazy. I just recently watched the Hannah Montana special, the 20th anniversary special. I don't know why when it first came out, I just like really was kind of I think because I had seen all the people saying that it was not very good, and so I was like, oh, okay, then I don't care to watch it, whatever. But I ended up watching it, and I enjoyed it. I will say, I did skip through the entirety of the part where Chappell Roan was there because I don't like Chappell Roan. Never liked Chappell Roan. And that's just my hot take. Sorry. Love that she's, you know, this icon for people or whatever, but I don't like her music, and I don't like that, like, little kids are singing her music about, like, vulgar topics I feel like are not appropriate for children to be singing about, but that's just my opinion. I've been trying to find a new show to watch. Like, I need another fix for, like, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Because right now, there's not, the next season's not coming out, at least as far as I know. There's not an official, like, set date for when season 5 is coming out anytime soon. So, like, I need something in the meantime. And I don't know what to watch. If you guys have any suggestions for shows that I should watch, let me know. Ooh, I did start watching the first episode of this season's Love Island. Season 8? Is it season 8? Or is it season 7? No, this is season 8, isn't it? What was last year? Season 7? Because season 6 was Leah in them, I think. Which I didn't watch that season. I got into watching Love Island last summer with my boyfriend's mom because she watches them. And so then this year she's like, hey, do you want to watch this season? And I was like, I don't know. I didn't really love anybody that much last season. So, like, let me see. Let's watch the first episode and see. And I will say I'm intrigued. I do think I would like to continue watching Love Island this season. I think right now, I don't think anybody's my favorite. I do have a couple people that I'm like, you're totally going to be cuckoo crazy. Because I could just see it in your eyes. I could just see it. I could just see it in her eyes. She's going to be cuckoo for Crazy Puffs. Not Kenzie, by the way. Hot take. I think Kenzie is going to be an underrated girl. I feel like everybody's going to, like, write her off because she's got them crazy eyes. But she's not the one that I think's cuckoo for Crazy Puffs. I don't think she is. I think it's going to be Beatrice. I think it's going to be her. I think it's going to be her. For some reason, I don't know what it is, but something about her gives me cuckoo for Crazy Puffs, and I don't know what it is, but I also kind of like her. I feel like she's very different. You know, she has the prosthetic leg, and she's Paralympian, which is so cool. But something about her just makes me be like, are you going to be cuckoo for Crazy Puffs? I don't know. I will say, I do like some of the boys. I felt so bad for Casey when there was no one behind his door when they were doing the coupling. I felt so bad for him. And then freaking Anaya, or whatever her stupid name is, was like, oh, I'm stuck with you. Like, you could just tell that she was like, oh, fuck. I know he's going to pick Melanie. Like, you could just tell in her face she was pissed that she ended up stuck with Casey. But I think he's so sweet. I will say, though, I did initially write him off when we first just saw him as a douche. I was like, you're definitely a douchebag. Him and Sincere, I was like, you both douchebags. You could just look at them and you just know that they're douchebags. Like, you could just tell by the way that they look that they'd be douchebags. Right now, Casey, I mean, he works at the nursing home or whatever, and so that's very sweet and very adorable. But I don't know, he could turn out to be a bad guy. We've only watched up until, like, right after the first coupling of episode 1. We've only watched up to there. So I think we still have, like, another 30 minutes or so left of episode 1. So we haven't finished the first episode yet. So we're very behind. I know a lot's going on, and I'm really trying to avoid spoilers on TikTok. But I think I'm just going to be forced to try my best to not have everything spoiled for me, but whatever. Anyways, I'm trying to think what else to talk about, but I feel like I've talked about everything that I could talk about currently. What else is going on? Oh my gosh, should we talk about the Allie Reeves thing? At this point, we're just yapping here, y'all. We're just yapping. Actually, I don't think I can yap at you because I need to take this off of the window because you're actually stuck to my window of my driver's side door for this angle. I just thought this angle was better than you sitting on my dash in the middle for some reason. I don't know. I like it. I think this is a good angle. Anyways, I think that this is all that I have for you guys. I really don't have much else to talk about. I feel like there's not much else that I feel like I need to talk about. I spoke my piece about where I've been. I'm hoping that with, it being summer and me having a little bit more free time because I'm not going to be working as much this summer, that we'll be able to hang out, read, go on some adventures. I'm hoping to travel this summer a little bit more, even if it's like by myself or whatever. I'm just hoping to have a grand, amazing time. And honestly, anything would be better than being at my job. So honestly, even if I spend all summer laying in my bed doing nothing, that'll be a win in my book. So anyways, I have to go to the bank and get some money to go get my brakes done. I may or may not see you after for a little mukbang. Maybe we'll hang out. Maybe we'll get some dinner together. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys. So love you.